Assalamualaikum and good evening. Okay, today we will continue our discussion for video number 5. This one, the new novel about Twilight Saga. So, before this, I will introduce myself. My name is Hamdan Matalan, metric number 1792003 from Faculty Science. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Surawi. My metric number is 180025. And I'm from Faculty of Engineering.
My name is Shamsul Azam Memuda, 180604. I am an environmental student from Environmental Faculty.
I am Kesari Seniors from the Faculty of Environmental Studies, taking Environmental Management. I'm in my final year.
I am Mahfuzama binti Ma'aziz, metric number 172534. I'm from Faculty of Education.
Hi, my name is Teh Tarik. I'm from Faculty of Engineering and my metric number is 177354.
Hi, I am Syamini binti Saufi. My metric number is 177027 and I'm from Faculty of Engineering. Okay, today we are going to discuss about our novel series which is Twilight, right? Okay, so today we are going to discuss also about genre and the author of this novel. So the author for this novel is Stephenie Meyer. She was born in Hartford, Connecticut, as the second of 6 children to Stephen and Candy Morgan. She was raised in Phoenix, Arizona, with 5 siblings, and also she studied in Brigham Young University in Provo, where she received a BA in English in 1997. Meyer met her husband, Christian, when she was 4 years old in Arizona and married him in 1994 when they were born 20. Okay, Afifi, do you want to share anything about the author?
Besides writing a novel, Stephenie Meyer is also a film producer. She started her own production company in 2011 with producer Megan Hibbert. The company is called Fickle Fish Film. Then Meyer spent much of 2011 producing both part of Breaking Dawn as well as the film adaptation of Shannon Hale novel Austen Land. That means in the production of Breaking Dawn series, she involved herself in producing this movie. On 2012, Meyer announced on her personal website that filming for The Host, for which she is also producer, will begin Monday, February 13, 2012. Then she announced that she will be producing a film adaptation of Lois Duncan of Down a Dark Hall. Okay, then Casey, you want to share something?
Right, sure. So, okay, I will talk about a little bit about what I have read about this writer. So, basically, Entertainment Weekly stated that Meyer is the world's most popular vampire novelist since Anne Rice. So, this tells us that the creation of Twilight, both in book series and in the movie series, has started the restart of the popularity of vampire-based movie, especially in the filming industry. Okay, and then there is also another quote which says that the absence of a new Harry Potter adventure teens fantasy enthusiasts and women who swoon over the idea of a virginal James Dean-ish vampire Meyer, go-to-go gal, just love. Timothy Smith of the Straits Times described her as superstar of the young adult fiction. Same like I just said just now. So the Twilight, even though this is her most successful series after The Host, it shows that she was able to make a great movie series or book series with just one title, right? Right. So moving on, and there is also some. She also has a lot of fans, which sets September 13, which is the character of Bella Swans, the heroine of the movie Twilight, as a special day for that is called Stephenie Meyer's Day. So it shows that how close she is with the fan and how they appreciate her in a form of this kind of celebration.
Okay, I will share a little bit about this novel, which is the series of Twilight. So actually, this novel begins from just one dream. So Meyer create one story from that dream, which is the dream is about a human girl and a vampire who was in love with her but thirsty for her blood. So start from there, Meyer elaborate the story and become a novel. So actually, this novel have a subsequent, which is for the first is this novel, which is Twilight, and the second one is first is Twilight on 2005, and the second is New Moon on 2006, Eclipse 2007, and the last one is Breaking Down. The story is continuous and is all about the character, which is Bella and Edward. And this novel actually quite interesting. So I hope we enjoy for this novel.
Okay. Stephenie Meyer is an American young adult fiction writer. For the novel she write, the genre is vampire romance. And the vampire literature cover the spectrum of literary work concerned principally with the subject of vampire. The literary vampire first appeared in 18th century poetry. Before become one of the top figures of Gothic fiction with the publication of Polidori the Vampires in 1819, which was inspired by the life and legend of Lord Byron. Later influential work include the Penny Dreadful Barney the Vampire, 1847. Sheridan Lee Fennu, Tale of the Lesbian Vampire, Carmilla, 1872, and the masterpiece of the genre, Bram Stoker Dracula's, 1897. The same author create a more sympathetic vampire, with Barney being the first vampire, and the 1989 by Anne Rice in Interview with the Vampire. So this genre of vampire.
So the first video genre is about the romance of and their love vampire. So for the second is the general focus on young adult fiction. That means the subject matter and the storyline of young adult literature are typically consistent with the age and the experience with the same main character. But this literature span the spectrum of fiction genre. Story, the focus on a specific challenge on a young, sometimes referred to as a problem and coming of age novel. The genre tend to focus on issues prevalent in the young adult genre, as well as focusing on issues experienced by individuals between the area of childhood and adulthood, such as the Bella leaving home for university and getting for job. That's just for the second one is about adult fiction, and you can.
So the last one is genre fantasy literature. So when we talk about fantasy, we are talking about magic, the supernatural or magical creatures that are not from the real world, but and this thing are common in imaginary world. So in the Twilight novel, we see such as vampire, werewolf, something like that. And then fantasy is also subgenre of speculative fiction, and it is distinguished from the genre of science fiction and horror by the absence of scientific or macabre themes, respectively, though these genres overlap. So the fantasy novels, we also can see, for example, Alice in Wonderland, The Hobbit. So we are already talked about the author and also the genre. Anyone wants to add something before we continue? Before we close the discussion, insyaAllah. No? Okay, so I think that's all. I think that's all for today. For the next video, we will talk about the theme and also the character. So, okay, thank you.